You have a lot to offer. You're a writer, you're a producer, you mix, you perform. Are you doing anything to transfer your skills or to help raise the next generation of Wetty Beatz?
Well, that's a good point, eh? That's a good point that you raised there because I'm actually in the process of actually even in this week I'm supposed to start it. Yeah, I'm actually in the process of doing some courses and putting it online, right? So there will be some advanced courses where people will be able to pay a subscription fee or buy the course, and they could go online, and we're trying to source a platform like Udemy where people can go and learn from. So they just pay a subscription fee by the month or so, or you just pay outright and just they have access to the course. Or as well, I'm going to put some shorter courses, but on YouTube, so people could like just for free. People just come and learn and see what I'm doing and certain stuff, or building beats, or mixing or mastering to writing. The talks, and so people could understand a little bit about the whole vibe. Already have like my personal samples and stuff that I use in my beats. I already have it available for people. You could go and purchase it for a small price on my website, www.wettybeatz.com. I have that already in place, and also loop. So people the loop pack is coming like very soon, maybe in this week as well. So like people who don't know how to make rhythms, like at least if you don't know how to like do the drum part of it, you could just take this loop pack, and you'll have like the certain way how I play my drums. You will have like the percussion part of it, at least just mostly the percussion part, because then I will leave the freedom for people to do their drums and the kick how they want to do it, and other things around them, like the toms that they want to play. But the more percussion part, like I love to use a lot of timpans and stuff like that, personal thing, like I actually take a bottle and play it and stuff like that, or a pat, go for a normal pat and play the pat. Yeah, I will have that online. The loop pack will come soon, but I already have 2 packs online, like sample packs, so people could go there and purchase it if they want to.
Where are you finding the time from to manage all of these things? You're a family man and you have different aspects of your professional life. How do you manage and juggle all of these things?
Well, it comes down to my whole thing is working in the night, you understand, and sleep during the day. So like a vampire thing, but yeah, I mostly
Let's call it finding your level.
yeah, I mostly work in the afternoon. So when everybody go to bed, I come to the studio and then I decide to knock out certain work. Like today I have to do a song pack. So okay, I'll find the time this afternoon and do the song pack. And then this other time I'll do this other thing, and stuff like that. Then mixing and mastering. I make sure I get this done today, that done today. For a while now it's been a bit tough because every time I come in, this is like sometimes I'm not motivated, like, okay, I have to do this. All right, let me see what to do. And then you find yourself in you're just looking around, and then but over time I went to Paris and come back, boom, I'm motivated again. I have to do this, I have to do that. Or I go here and go there. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. So moving sometimes can help you too. You just get out of the environment you go outside, you see outside a bit. Because I don't see outside a lot because I'm very passionate about this thing. So I mostly in the house and mostly in the studio. So
You're
but
beginning to
sometimes
make this sound like a real vampire story.
yeah. Yeah. No, but I to be honest, I don't really go outside a lot, and I start doing it a little more often right now. So
So the key
it's
to
it's,
it
it's very
all
better.
is to find how you work best and to
Yeah.
always make sure to pace yourself and factor in some time to refresh and
Yeah,
reset.
of course, yeah. There's a lot of other stuff I'm lacking in it, but because when you're doing this thing, is like, yeah, I'm not just writing music. If I write music alone, then I have the whole the time in my hands, because writing music ain't gonna take you the whole day, you know. But
Well,
when
maybe
you write
not you.
music, when you're producing the beat, when you're mixing it, when you're mastering it, when you try to do the marketing as well and all them things, it's a lot. So certain things like management does always cost me because certain things I always had to do, and then all them things just caught up. Like, so you want to do everything one time, but it can't happen. And when you're trying to do one thing, you forget to do the next thing. We're more important than this thing, but it like tug and pull is like, oh, what to do first, what to do, and then you just keep going wrong and wrong in a circle, and then sometimes you find yourself caught up so much that you forget to do a lot of things. But surely, but slowly it's been done.
And I guess that's one of the reasons why you need to have management.
Yeah, so that's a very important part.
He says grudgingly. He says grudgingly. How do you find joy outside of music, Wetty?
Why I like to watch my mangas. I get a lot of inspiration from mangas though. I ain't gonna lie, my song weird up, you might laugh, but I tell you the truth. I love to watch a lot of animes, and because in the animes there's a lot of messages that the regular people won't speak anything. Hey, it's a cartoon, they just paint people and this and that. No. There's a lot of hidden messages in there. Like, you watch something and you don't see the value of it. You don't see the reason why a man will sacrifice himself to save someone else. You don't see the reason why, and then you look at the backstory and then you be like, oh man, something them thing make you cry. Ain't gonna lie. They make you cry because it's so deep, like, oh wow. I didn't realize there's a reason why he did that. You know? But as well, there's some funny aspect in it as well. So I like to watch anime and play video games. Yeah. I like to do that.
How has your life as a youngster impacted who you are now, today? I understand you used to like to draw the Dragon Balls and you were quite the comedian in your youth. You were a little bit of an athlete. And of course, as you said, you love the video games. How has all of that impacted who you are today?
Well, to be honest, this took me away a lot from stuff like violence and all this thing. Because me really, by you saying long inside playing game, how could you be violent? Like, what you gonna do? You're gonna take the game and you can't. You see, so it's like they took me away from all that. So that's why I wasn't in no set of problem with anybody ever. I always, by myself most of the time, or always doing something. Back then, I used to be. It was good enough. It was good growing up in the Caribbean. Like now, I just eat, sit down, do my music, and then just get fat in the place. So I really need to change that, because back then you had the court, you didn't have so much teeth, and then you had the basketball court, you had your friends them to go and play, so you run up and you burn a whole heap of energy every day. And after that, you come home one from school, whatever, you may probably play game, you do your thing, and then come back. But then when you start to live this kind of life now where it's when you suit every minute and you just and you're moving from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I used to mostly, be home, and you could have party everywhere. You didn't see me in a party, and my friends don't go, and I mostly stay home and look to do something geeky. Either doing some beat or something on my computer, or downloading some program because I want to try it because it's new, or understanding something. Otherwise than that, I'm playing game or doing something else.
What is the transition like between a Union Island youngster and then having to move? Well, you did make mention of the fact that it wasn't easy to undertake an educational course in French, moving from Union Island. What were some of the other challenges that you had transitioning from life as a youngster in Union Island to moving on your way to becoming a professional, not just in Europe, but in a non-English speaking country?
Oh my God.
Okay, do we need another 2 hours for this?
Well, you have to start by saying the whole thing is a big change to you. Like, you're in Union, and your food you eat, it's not it's in 100 different things. It's chicken and rice, rice and chicken, fish and rice, rice and fish, potato, chicken, this soup, this, that. But it's in a small circle. So you have choices. Yeah, you have a lot of choices between no choice at all. Right? But then when you move to final, you have all these things. Then I ain't gonna lie, my adopted father, he meant very well by making me try all different kind of thing. There's like a whole heap I don't like, but he meant well, so you must try new things. You must, otherwise you wouldn't know what it is. You wouldn't know what it like, and you just stick in your bubble, you know. So trying other things is good. I'm not even talking about in food or this and that, but in general. Like you never went into a big cathedral, you never saw that in your life. Back home is a house people take a make church. So when you go in a big cathedral and you see the roof taller than the tallest building in St. Vincent, you be like, what? Okay, you never saw that. So that's something new. And then you start getting a bigger, different thing, and then you start to know that, oh, them buildings it was built so long ago and it's still the structure still there. How the people back then did this without all this knowledge? How they did this? You start thinking different. So when you're on the islands now, when you think you're in a bubble, so all you know is, boy, don't talk to me now, don't mash me now, otherwise. When you go to the outer world, you have so much things different, like you be, all right. This is not just, okay, the world is so big and there's so much things to learn still and to understand, you know? And that, it took a while to get, the changeover, and it took a while to process, you know? It wasn't easy. One thing still didn't process. Is the sleeping habit, because I go into sleep at the time I will go to sleep back in the Caribbean. I don't know if
After
it's
all
because
this time.
after all this time, it's long ago, so long. But yeah, it's in
Okay.
it in.
And how easy was it for you to integrate? You spoke about like different etiquettes and different gaps in your knowledge that were
Mhm.
filled. But in terms of integrating and socializing, how much of a challenge, if at all, was that?
Well, you have the choice. You have no choice. If you're going to go to people's school, you're just gonna go to watch everybody so in the face and just in the class. No, you gotta start to talk to people, and that's how you build network. That's how you build. That's very important. And you notice I said that before. It comes back to here, because even people that I build network with in school, I'm working with them up to today. You know what I mean? And it's very important. Talk to people, make friends, the knowledge is very important. Understand where their point of view is, understand where they're coming from, listen to their conversations. You understand? And to me, when I now started school in France, well, I had to go to get assessment before I could go to the school, right? So I had to do like French courses, intensive French courses every day. And not Saturday and Sunday, but like a normal school days. So from Monday to Friday, I had to go to school, get up early, like 9 o'clock. That's so early for me, because back home I still sleep in them time. But it was a rough one. But I get up and I get done. I passed my French classes and I was qualified to go to school. But when I reach in school now, when the teacher them start to say thing, remember, you done school and you know maths, but you know a little maths. You know what I mean? Back in the Caribbean is good, but you only know to a certain extent. When the man sort of come and talk about the composing, the components in this thing, and then to make a compressor, you have to get this and this diodes and you're like, what are you talking about? Me, what is that? Me coming to learn maths, just coming to know to put something fair and come and make it show. Yeah, but I'll tell you, you have to understand it. So in the first half of this whole semester that I was doing the thing, it was like, and I was like, huh? And then when I reached to pro, what are you saying in school today? But after a while, because you make friends, you talking when you go on lunch or you go on break time, you're talking to them, you start to learn language easier. So when you come in the class and the teachers start to talk, you say, okay, all right, you're still learning, but 2 or 3 words you might miss it, so you can go back here to continue, and then you try to make this word and that word, you put it together, you say, oh, so he probably means that, and by doing that, you start to learn the language very easy. And I'm like, no, I'm speaking French now, man.
Well,
Street French,
all,
no.
all I can say to you there is, ça va? Please don't start a conversation. Please.
No, I would not.
What's your relationship with Union Island like now?
Well, yeah, I still love Union Island. My island, that's my origin where I come from. So I still love my island. You know, I actually going to go home this year and do a kids event and for the Easterval and the Juve and yeah, I'm just gonna go and enjoy myself. Have a good time in Union Island because you kind of just miss your island for certain things. Like I could have gone go fishing in or something, and them little things in the growing up, you miss them so bad. But you have to realize that it's either a better life or stay in this life. We want to do,
Yeah.
So, but Union will always be the place I would always go back if I have vacation or I always go back to Union. There's a lot of other
Okay.
places to go, but I visited a lot of places already, and it really don't interest me more than Union. I went
Other
on a
than the
tour.
fit, yes,
Yeah, I
sorry.
went on tours. Like my adopted father, that's what I tell you. He just give me this big wide knowledge, and this is why I started put one on one and make two because I understand. Okay, this how this work. Okay, that's what happened. So then sometimes you see a certain thing here. Oh, Christopher Columbus this and that. No, they see it in a book, and every time somebody else translate the book, it translate different, and they give it a next way of thinking. So I went and I see Christopher Columbus tomb wherever I went all about visit the whole of Spain by car, seeing different things, the whole of England, whole of Ireland, the whole of Italy. Yeah, there's a lot of places. Venice, everywhere. The only place I didn't go up to now is in China, Japan, and visited some place in Africa.
Well, you
But
still
I would
have a lot of
go.
years ahead of you.
Yeah, of course. One on the bucket list is to go. The first place to go is to Japan. Because in all of my manga, so I have to go and see what really going on in Japan, the origin, see the man and them themselves doing this thing, yeah. But yeah, man, Union is my cornerstone. I would never forget that place. So
Other than the fishing,
true.
what else would you hold there in terms of your childhood memories?
Boy, it's so much thing. Man, we used to go pitch marble every minute. You get your butt whoop because you're pitching marble whole day. You ain't reach home yet. Down the road pitching marble with your friends and them. You come home with the marble glad we can win. But you gain a cut tail and you're sad we can't go in bed now. You understand? But that was, yeah, man, enough thing. Even Castle can tell you. Go back Castle playing a game. Yeah, I get a new Pokemon cartridge. We got back Castle and I know to reach that part. This so I taxi because you understand it more than me. And the whole day we up to playing game too. We eating nothing whole day. And then, yeah, man, enough things like that. So them little things you kind of miss as you grow up, but then you have to realize you have to leave certain things behind because well, you're growing up, you have kids now, So that's how it go. But enough things we used to do in union, even going on the basketball court and just play ball with your friends. All them arguments and them stripping is just is you miss them things, but we gonna do.
You have had a lot of highs in your career, from your own singing career to what you've done for other people. You've written for Conscience, you've produced for Conscience, for Olatunji, for Marshall, Lyrical. There's a whole long list. And out of those things
Mm-hmm.
have come several highlights of your career. Uh, on reflection, would you look back and say that you had a few ill-advised moments where if you had an opportunity to do things over, you would erase those things from your history?
There's a lot of things, a lot of things, but you just have to leave it where it is. There's a lot, and yeah, a lot of things that even hindering your income and them things there. But man, it's simple thing. Like when you're doing the music, make sure if you have a contract with somebody, make sure the contract is right. Get somebody to check it on them things to see what's the because maybe you understand certain things, but there's certain things it looks simple but it's very complicated. So you just have to have somebody to help you check it, do this, and not just run into things blindly like that and the way I do because then you can't blame people whenever they do what they have to do. You can't blame them now because in the start you was the one that signing contract. You was the one that go without thinking of what without knowing. So you was the fault. You can't blame the post. The post give you a contract. You know what I mean? You read it, you agree to the terms and the condition, and if you want to follow up with it, you go. But if you don't read it and you just go blindly, why you go blame the person? You know? So they have to watch out for them little things. No, it's a business first and foremost.
What are some of your pet peeves, Wetty?
Well, in this music industry, I would say some certain people just put out some songs and you feel like, wow, really? And then before you know, this song becoming popular, but then you're like, really? So why am I wasting my time and doing music for? Why writing all these good lyrics and why doing? You better just do that. Them kind of things kind of get them skin. But at the end of the day, I say, if it's easy for you and you do it and you get you, why not do it twice, 3 times until you're fed up of you? Is it? So you can't do anything about it. So you just have to just love it.
How do you decide on a style, on a rhythm? How do you decide what you want to put to Fire Empress, St. Vincent, to Mad Skull's family, to Message, to General? How do you decide what you want to put there?
Well, the ideas just come and I just have things. I build a beat, I rest it down, then people could always come and get what's there. They obviously they mix their ideas, but I always have to be different because I can't build 2 beats and need the same thing. You can't say this beat sound like this beat and this beat sound like this beat. You might have a slight resemblance, but you never see the song the same. If the song the same, then it better just copy all the rest beat in the space. Otherwise, it make no sense. So the whole idea is to always be different, to try different stuff. Even the trap music in the start. I saw this old trend I using the trap drums and make beats itself. Using the trap drums to make the drum rolls in the soca music and thing. And people start following that trend too, leave it. Go on to the next. Only drums without snares and then things, only percussion beats. People start, leave it. Gone to Afro, leave it. And it's on to the next, on to the next. So I always had to, as I say, be innovative, do different stuff, and just wait it out. So different things are always there. So I don't choose it. I just build to the occasion and just leave it there. And then people just put their lyrics on it, or even me sometimes I write to the occasion and then that's it.
What, in your mind, is the impact of the recent cancellation of the International Soca Monarch competition on the soca industry? Do you think it's an indication of where soca is going or not going?
Well, I don't know if you know, but like soca start to become one of the trending music now. Soca started to become even Bounty Killer have to come on and talk about it. Be like, yo, this is getting very scary because in Jamaica, like more soca than dancehall these days. I don't know what's going on. Most party they play soca and dancehall. So it's like a thing where soca is moving up the ladder, but then it's falling back in certain areas. Like this year, I didn't hear nothing that jumped out to me and hit me like really hard for Trinidad Carnival. Like something be like, yo. And this is just my personal preference. I didn't hear anything that like, yo, that song real proper though. I didn't hear anything like that, to be honest. Now, like the following years, they'll be like, oh, like now they were so long I ain't see you. Like, whoa, that's a bad tune still. This, or certain other things you hear and be like, oh yeah, man, this hit me. This year I hear zero. So I don't know if it's because of me, my personal, I don't know what's wrong, but I didn't hear anything that jumped out to me.
What is your personal philosophy?
I'm a very easygoing person, so for me, I just live life as it goes. You never know what tomorrow brings, so just live it to the occasion and don't try to get too much problems with people because you never know. Imagine you could just walk out the road, you bounce up into a guy, the guy try to cause a thing with you, and the best thing you could do is just walk away from it. You be like, yo, sorry, boom, boom, you just walk away and you go away. What if you just decide to be, oh, yo, you could talk to me like that and be bad man, just pull out a gun at any life? How would you, you know? So to me, just go easy with things, man. Just go easy. Stop stressing yourself about too much things. Just live it normal. Wake up in the morning, you just enjoy life. You at least you can wake up tomorrow.
Things go nice again. What were you expecting when you released that?
Well, to be honest, that tune I just put it out as a living the sport, something to just give people some hopes again that things, because at the time everybody down like, oh, we inside, we can't do nothing, COVID, this, that. Everybody just doing random things. You see people on the internet just doing random things. I'm like, all right, it's like something like we in jail or something, or. So like, yo, let me just do a tune, think of a nice concept, do a tune that a lot of people can relate to. And here comes Think Nice again. Put out the tune, that tune right after a 2 hours sleep. I had the tune and I didn't want to go sleep. Like I wanted to record and I was like, nah, I just sleep because otherwise I can't wake up my neighbors. But this is a different spot in it, but at that time I was in the room. So I say, I don't think things wake up my neighbors, I'll do it in the morning. Get up with the lyrics in my head again and just went and just recorded. Just pour it out, get the video done, pour it out, and then it was a big success. Like people loved the tune, and it was most people anthem for the whole season as well.
What would you say, outside of the big surprise with Oye, what would you say were some of the highlights of your career?
Well, I had as I say in the start, when I bust with Girl Alone, that was a big one. Then I actually move up the ladder, actually placing a song on older tunes. You just won Soca Monarch last time. Boom, it was the following. It was a big tune. Then I get to work with Marshall. Then I get to work with Busy Signal and Spice. And then Bungie and Fair and this person, Stone Boy in Africa. This, that, I was like, wow, you're going up the ladder, man. But then after a while, it become normal. But them little things was mostly like the highlight of just keep rising the ladder, going up to another level, another level. That was highlights for me. I like that. And then even got song placed in a movie by Spike Lee. Yeah, Oh Yeah was placed in a movie by Spike Lee. So you're hearing Wetty Beatz, and it's like, oh man, that's in a movie. Yeah, big movie. See you yesterday.
But you didn't say anything about Bottle Overhead.
Well, there's not too much to say about Bottle Overhead because Bottle Overhead just run by itself and it was a big tune by itself. So I didn't even get to perform it anywhere else. I'm still working on getting my visa for Canada and as well for America. But a lot of people reach out to me for bookings there, and that's just the hint of the thing. But yeah, it's hard in the process. So very soon the Canadian will be done and then on to the American one, see if it's possible. But yes, Bottle Overhead was just a big tune gone by itself. Big up Trini Boy Juicy. We come in the studio, we was vibing, we watching a thing with Major Hype. I said, come Major running like a them battle girl holding up the thing, say, what? So yeah, that's a good concept, boy. Think. And from there we get the idea, we just run with it, we start writing, I produce the beat. We come up with Battle Overhead and Battle Overhead the rest down there for like at least a year and a half, 2 years. And then we just decided to drop the tune and boom, the tune just take over. Become very big.
And it ended up on
The Voice.
The
End up
Voice,
on The
right.
Voice. Yeah, of
How
course.
did that happen?
Doing thing. Well, Jude, that's what I'll tell you. People have links, and the links you have will determine where you go, and how fast you advance in what you want to do. So Juice, you have a lot of links, and he end up having links with these people, and they reach out to him to be on the show and whatever, and he accept it. And then they reach out to him a couple of times, he said, and then decided, this time he said, all right, let me just go through this, And he just went and do it thing, and I'm proud of him, proud of the whole vibe, and yes, it was a good success. Everyone was talking about it after, like, yo, soca thing again, well, boom. You're showcasing the talent, you're showcasing the soca music, you're showcasing a different genre to people who normally go there and listen to the pop, listen to this and that. They have something else. You have the stadium dancing and thing. That's good.
What's your favorite Wetty Beatz song?
Oh boy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Message was one of my favorite songs, and yeah, I guess even though Battle of It is one of the biggest songs I ever sing, the other songs because it's two different genres to where it's power soca and it's groovy soca, so is not the exact same thing. But I think when I sing it was one of my good track, and this new track is like one of my favorites.
What's the future for Wetty Beatz?
Well, I will tell you right now, as I say, I just want to follow up on certain things, leave a little legacy behind, leave a little knowledge behind of what I do personally, how I do it. So the course is going to be coming very soon. loops, the small song packs and stuff like that. So people could, because there's not a lot of this out there in the soca genre. You might find it a lot in the hip hop, in the trap, in the Afro beats and this beats, the amapiano, but in the soca world, there's nobody teaching you how to do this thing. Okay, everybody's like they're having like a secret or what. No, it's no secret. Just like how people do amapiano trap is no secret. So everybody just do it. So for me right now, it's just to, do some courses, do some things to help other people. You know what I mean? I mean, my thing wasn't free, so everything can't be for free. So, so I just, at least, if you pay a small fee, I teach you what you need to know, not teaching you what you're not going to use. I'm teaching you what you need, not the unnecessary thing. I'm teaching you what is necessary, and stuff differently. I want to, have little brands and stuff, like probably sell some t-shirts, sell something, have a little store or something. Depend, you never know. You never know where this could take you. So I just try and just see what's in the future for me.
How do people stay in touch with you? How do they contact you?
Yeah, people reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Sometimes when I pop up on the comment, they try to reach out to me. As well, like WhatsApp. Most people reach me on WhatsApp. If it's a business thing, if you wanna deal with it, you message me on Instagram, and I give you my number, then you could message me on WhatsApp and go from there. Because most time there's already. And yeah, that's how most people reach out to me.
What is Pure Vincy?
Right. So, well, Pure Vincy, boy. I would say the accent. The accent, yeah, like if you're from the countryside, you know for them people from countryside or they from the Leeward side, you will know that accent. You understand? Or as I was saying, from Union to Canawan to Beckway to Vincy is a different accent, and it's just a boat ride away. Now even it's a boat ride right there. Them you see in the island and them, and it's a different accent. I never understood that. Like the way they speak, it's a different way. It's crazy. But when you know it's a Vincy, the things you will do, the things you will say, your accent, you know that true Vincy. You understand? So if you see a man run out in the road and he get a problem with somebody and he start to cuss, you know the reason why you know it's a Vincy. Whenever you go anywhere, any party, and you hear somebody making big noise and whatever, it's Vincy. Because as you say, we don't party normal. You will know. You will know. When there's a Vincy in the house, you will know. Trust me.
I find it strange that you would say that the Union Island accent is different to the Canawan accent and the Mayo accent. To me, they all sound the same.
The thing is, over the years, I realized, I'm like, oh, these people from Canawan talking different. It's like from Canawan, they're laid back, right back. So when they talk, it is a more drag out kind of way of talking, and it's slow. And people from Union just agile with it. And then when Mayo people slightly different too from Union, and it's right there, And then Vincy now is a whole different level. It's like the accent move extremely strong. Like, I don't know, you probably have to really take a trip and go down to Union and then go to Canawan and go to Vincy and realize and listen to other people talk.
Wetty, thank you so much. This has been really exciting, enlightening, entertaining. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here with us on Pure Vincy, Sweet Radio SVG program, where we look at the sound and the soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And certainly you represent both the sound and the soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On behalf of everyone here, we want to wish you all the best in your career. And we look forward to having you back on Pure Vincy sometime not too far from now.
No worries, man. Thanks. I appreciate the fact that you guys reach out as well. It's always a pleasure. So, no worries. Again for having me, and big up everyone who will be tuning to listening this program and who listen the radio station in general. Just big up.
Thank you so much.